Hello, Aquarius. So I'm going to be doing a reading for you for end of May, going into the summer of 2024. Before I get into your reading, I'm going to edit in a clip. I had to point the camera at the tree that's pretty close to my car. So earlier, in between Gemini and Cancer's reading, a pileated woodpecker showed up, and he left while I was doing the videos, and right as I was about to start recording for you, he showed back up at the same tree. I'm guessing he must have a nest back there, so you might hear some loud tapping noises of him pecking at the tree, and his call is pretty loud. I heard him chirping away just a little bit ago, so I'm gonna show you that clip real quick of him, so you might want to look up the spiritual significance of pileated woodpeckers. And either way, whether it means anything or not, I just think it's really cool. So I'll show you that clip right here of him just now, right before I started recording for your reading. Alright, so there you have it, Aquarius. That's the pileated woodpecker that showed up for you, and also in between Cancer and Gemini. So if you have Cancer and or Gemini friends, or someone important in your life that has those significant somewhere in their chart, you might want to check on them and see how they're doing, or if your situation has anything to do with someone with those signs, that might be more verification that this is your reading. So we'll see what's going on for the summer of 2024 for my Aquarii. And I also call my Sagittariuses my Sagittarii, so now you're not the only one getting picked on. Alright, what do we have for Aquarius? So right out of the bottom of the deck, we've got the Wheel card. So that tells me that lately you've been throwing your hands up with the whole mentality of let go and let God. Go with the flow, let things come as they may. Thought I heard, oh yep, the woodpecker's still there. So I think that you've been trusting the universe more and not fighting so hard to make certain things happen. You've been productive, but just kind of taking advantage of the way that things just flow to you. And that's pretty much how the law of attraction works. So good for you, Aquarius. It sounds like you've been doing really well with that. We do have the Queen of Swords in reverse, though. I'm not sure who it is. Maybe somebody in your life, you felt that they were being bitter, and it really had you shaken up to the core. Outwardly, you're acting cool as a cucumber, though, because you don't want to give them the satisfaction of knowing that they rattled you. Could be a group of family members, it could be a work situation, it could be a romantic interest, a friend, not sure what it is. What else can we get for Aquarius? Who is this bitter person, and what do they have to do with Aquarius? At this point, I don't think it matters anymore, because I feel like you've moved past it. But we do have the Four of Pentacles, so that talks about hoarding. It talks about holding back. It even talks about possible greed. Maybe somebody was taking advantage of you in some way or another, withholding resources, withholding energy, withholding time. What it looks like to me is they weren't giving to you or giving to this situation like the way that you were. Non-reciprocal energy is what I get. A selfish bitch. What else do we have? So we've got the Five of Swords in the reverse. I think that that makes sense. That is the end of conflict, the end of drama, the end of the BS and the lies. the end of immature bullcrap. Someone may have even been in competition with you somehow, and you weren't trying to compete with them, so I don't know what their deal was, but you pretty much cut this situation off clean and dry. And exactly, that Wheel of Fortune that you got, throwing your hands up, letting the universe do as it may. You're not holding on to this anymore because it's no longer serving you. Oh, yup, and hell yeah, we've got the Nine of Swords in the reverse. That talks about, you finally are done with those sleepless nights, being up, worried, sick about the shit. Letting it go, the end of drama. So the Nine of Swords in the upright is the anxiety card, losing sleep over this. Not anymore. You let it go because you finally came to the conclusion that you're too good for this BS. You let it go, you moved on, and if that, if that person wants to be bitter about it, so be it. It's not your problem anymore. It is not your weight to carry. So, we'll see, what else do we have going on? Enough about that person. I don't think you really care about it so much anymore. But if that's the situation that you just came out of, that's more verification that this is your story. And with that pileated woodpecker, maybe it's more verification letting you know that, yes, that person is indeed a peckerhead. And we've got the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. You worked really hard to get where you're at today, Aquarius, didn't you? And there's people that are bitter about it. There's people that want to see you fail, that don't want to see you enjoy the fruits of your labor because they're salty. And that's too bad for them. And we've got the Seven of Cups, so that talks about you have options, Aquarius. You don't need to take shit from nobody because you have options. If one person isn't fitting the bill and fulfilling your needs or fulfilling you emotionally or intellectually, this is your reminder that you've got plenty of people that would love to be part of your, that would love to be included in your time and your energy. You don't need to take anyone's BS. And you don't need me to tell you that because you already know. And we've got the Eight of Pentacles. That talks about becoming the master of your craft. A lot of you may have gone back to school. You may have increased your skill set at work. You may be in school for something brand new. A lot of you are working on a skill that you have and figuring out how to capitalize on it is what I'm getting. And that's been your main focus. I don't really see that you've been focused on love right now. I feel like you're turning the focus onto yourself. Yes, you care about your friends. Yes, there may be some romantic interest that maybe you find attractive. Maybe you think that they might be a decent match, but that's not where your primary focus has been. You've been turning inward and focusing on you and going back to school, making that money. And it's, that's what's working for you right now. Just because everybody else is talking about relationships and whatever they've got going on in their love lives, it doesn't mean that it's for you, at least not right now. I don't think that that's where your focus is, and that is totally just fine. We have the Seven of Swords. So if you were wondering if this person was lying to you or being deceptive, this is verifying that, yup, they sure were. There's not really any question there. Your intuition already told you that. And then we've got the Four of Swords in the reverse. I feel like a lot of you went into hibernation and kept to yourselves for a hot minute because you needed to heal and work on yourselves. And I think that maybe you have like a little break right now and you've been enjoying coming back out and reconnecting with the positive friends in your life, or at least thinking about it and making that jump towards reconnecting with the ones that are positive. If that's what you've been thinking, it's giving you verification that yes, if you wanted to reach back out to the people that you know were positive influences, it's saying yes, definitely do that if it's fulfilling for you. But don't overload yourself and be too busy and take the focus away from working on you though. My eyes have been very light sensitive, so I know it might look weird that I have sunglasses on when it's not really all that bright, so don't mind me. Kind of prevents headaches. Maybe some of you have been dealing with getting a lot of headaches lately. Like, there has been solar storms going on. Oh, and I'm so jealous of the people that got to see the beautiful Northern Lights display that we just had last night. Even as far south as Alabama. So now solar storms, when there's geomagnetic activity going on, that can induce headaches. So maybe some of you might have been feeling that. If you've been feeling a little off lately, it could have to do with those solar storms, especially if you have heavy Leo placements in your chart as well, because Leo is connected to the sun. It's ruled by the sun. So now we've got the Eight of Cups in the reverse. What are you having a hard time walking away from, Aquarius? There's something that you're having a hard time walking away from. You might need to evaluate that and go in and figure out why, so that you can start the healing and move on even more, so that you can focus on yourself. Maybe there was a past hurt that was buried since childhood even, that you're having a hard time walking away from and letting go. So do what you need to do to go within and figure that all out. If you can't figure it out, whatever, don't try to force it if it's not gonna work. But just keep it in the back of your head, okay, I need to really work on this and figure out where there's healing that needs to be done. And then we've got the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. I think it might have to do with people that couldn't get on the same page as you, that didn't really collaborate very well. Could have to do with the toxic work situation. We've got the Five of Cups. Okay, so with the combination of the having a hard time walking away, childhood wounds, having the Five of Cups, something tells me that maybe some of you have, maybe you recently lost a loved one. Maybe even if it wasn't all that recent, this is really hard to heal from. Like, you're having a really hard time with grieving over the loss of a family, and there might be unresolved, like, childhood wounds and trauma, and the loss of this loved one is bringing that all back up again. Oh, that's really hard. I wish you a lot of healing, and I'm sending you warm, fuzzy energy. No matter how much warm, fuzzy energy people send, it's not gonna undo the hurt, you know, because some of it's just stuff that you just have to let it run its course, and you can't just magically heal from it. You might be dealing with a lot right now. We've got the Ten of Cups, though. I like seeing that, and you know why that is? In spite of what you've got going on. So if you look, and in most decks with the Ten of Cups, see all the rainbow stuff there? That's symbolic, talking about getting the rainbow at the end of the storm. So you're probably either going through some storms right now, or you overcome some huge storms and you will get your rainbow, whether it's romantically, or if it's with the relationship with yourself. You will be emotionally fulfilled, especially because you have been heavily focused on working on yourselves and getting your own stuff together. You will get that rainbow at the end of your storm. Oh, and then we've got the Knight of Cups. So if you did, for the small group of you that may have had a love question on your mind, this is a really good sign for emotional new beginnings. You can see there's, you know, this guy there that's got the bouquet of roses, and he's waiting to give that to you. Whether you're male, female, whatever your sexual orientation is, it doesn't matter. It's looking to me like someone could be coming forward with a love offer, or you're giving yourself that love offer. You're buying yourself, you know, the flowers. You're giving yourself that treatment, you know, of emotional fulfillment, and it may not be coming from another person. And that's been long overdue, Aquarius, because you've been, you know, working on stuff, you've been building and building, you've been giving to everyone else, or like working really hard to build your empire and not really treating yourself and not paying attention to your own needs. So this could be you, like, fulfilling your own emotional needs, Aquarius. So I think that things are looking good. You might be dealing with some storms in your life right now, but it's looking like, you know, keep doing what you're doing. Things are gonna work out in your favor, and I wish you the best, Aquarius. I hope you have a great rest of the month of May and a good summer of 2024. Thank you so much for watching, Aquarius.